come from this part of Africa, in this island, in this spot. You don't know. If you look at people from Puerto Rico and you say, who is a Puerto Rican? A real Puerto Rican stand up. Or everybody will stand up, and we're not talking about skin color, we're not talking about hair texture, we're talking about nose shape, lip shape, eye shape, cheekbone, chin shape, forehead shape. They all be the same color. You can put people in an environment long enough, everybody become the same color. But the characteristics are different. And that tells you that different tribes have been mixing together. If you go to Africa, you go into Sudan, you don't see one, so why, if everybody there is Sudanese, then everybody should look the same. Why does everybody look different? Why is all these different features, different hair textures? Because of the melting. So they knew that. So they was able to mix the slaves and mix the kidnappees and mix the, the slaves and the migrants who came on their own. That's why there's a 13th and 14th Amendment citizen. You understand me? And 14th Amendment citizens have a second type of citizenship. They came here and they're really sovereign people. And they just got taken and mixed in. It doesn't mean that the people of Africa don't have no rights. They also have their rights because they came here before anybody came here. They walked across here before there was continental drift. They just came from Uganda and settled here and became known as Almacs, because Almac means rubber people, and they brought the tree, the plant of rubber, because they use it in their rituals. Huh? You did. So now you light-skinned, you're wavy-haired, you're curly-haired, you're long nose, you're wide nose, you're dark-skinned, and you're divided against yourself. If in your soul, in your spirit, there's a desire to become conscious, then the outer manifestation of your appearance has nothing whatsoever to do with it. Because when I played drums last night, I'm looking at people darker than me with no rhythm. Walk up on that stage with no rhythm. And they got the nerve to say, white people ain't got no soul. I'm like, homeboy here, you know what I'm saying? He's bordering on Match Moose. He's not even black no more. This nigga is Bolax. And he can't play the drum. And then some other guy comes up here, light skinned, with straight hair, you understand? And gets on the drum. And all of y'all are going, all right. Why are you saying all right? Because you was looking at the brother who's light-skinned to get up there and not have a rhythm, and the brother was dark-skinned to get up there and have a rhythm, but genes played a trick on you. It don't mean a damn thing anymore. It's over. So cut the crap and form your own nation where you control the things that happen to you. You have that right. If they want to go religious, you say you have that God-given right that makes them feel better. Now we always have to ask whose God are they talking about. They got so many of them. You understand? Yes. Okay. First of all and foremost, once you set up your own, once you become a part of an indigenous nation, they have what's called an Interpol. That's called the International Police Department. That's the only ones that can touch you. However, if you violate a federal law, then you go into international jurisdiction. And let me tell you how ugly that could get. You could join in the United Nuwapian Nation of Moors and then go out and sell drugs. If you get busted, instead of you going to prison and doing time, you go into a place where people have no nationality. And you spend the rest of your life there. Because no country will claim you, so you can't be judged, and you can't be judged without a nationality, because you have to have rights to have a nationality. And remember, they ask you, what? Do you know your rights? How do you know they say that? Because they say you have the right to remain silent. When they make that statement, they're assuming that you know your rights, something you didn't study. But they say you have the right to remain silent. And you go, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, court will supply you with one.